So, excuse me. Here we are, and here we are. By the little church. Which is closed. It's actually called the Cathedral and Abbey Church of St. Albans. I avoided becoming a priest, unbelievably, through the Church of England. The Queen is the supreme governor of the Church of England, but she's the head of the army. This is evil. Going back to Henry VIII. And the dissolution of the monasteries, 1539. The current dean is a man married to a man. Geoffrey Johns. That's evil too. It's the violence I object to. My father fought on the Somme in the First World War for the Royal Norfolk's King's Lynn. So we're sort of old. My grandfather was a master baker and so on, and a lay preacher for the Methodists. So Protestant side. Anyway, my mother's side, William Ross trained as Dr. David Livingstone. So I've got sort of missionary ancestors as well. On my mother's side, Scottish, and my father's side. Now, where is God in all of this? Here we are on the 2nd of April 2020 in St. Albans, Hertfordshire, England, and I'm a Christian. I listen to the BBC World Service or the Radio 4, BBC Radio 4, and so on and so on. I don't have a television, I don't have a lot of money. Yeah, I'm still upright. I trained as a medical doctor at Bristol University. As far as I know, I haven't got any symptoms of this coronavirus. As far as I'm concerned, God is just saying, come on, you human beings, I'm the boss. It's about time you jolly well listen to me. Christ has been in the world for 2,000 years. My previous film, Repent, Prepare ye the way for the Lord. That's John the Baptist before Christ. How'd you do? Lovely morning. Easter's coming up, you know. No one listens. No one listens. To Christ. No one listens. I can't make them listen. I am a Christian. I've been making my films for the last 11, 12 years. Something like 2,900 plus films on 4 channels on YouTube. No one listens. No one's listening. Yes, some people hear. Obviously. And I mustn't judge, obviously. No one's listening. how do you do? This little virus, if it gets into the townships, right, I've tried to work by Cape Town, because that's where I was born, I'm a white African. Guguletu, Nyanga and Kailicha, where they speak claws, I can do the clicks. It's because I'm sort of white African. But my father fought on the Somme in the First World War, so, you know, that makes me English, or, well, because of my mother's side, I'm British. Primarily, I am just an other. If you ever used to play hockey or something, if they were short of a player, they'd say on the board, and A-N other, Mr. A-N other, as in another. We're waiting for another body to turn up. Not as in dead bodies, but, you know, to take the unfulfilled position. With this one little virus, God has just shown the whole world is showing. Okay, we're just at the tip of the iceberg. I'll go home now, listen to the BBC Radio 4 News at 1 o'clock, see what's happening next. I think a certain Prime Minister of my country, Britain, Mr. Boris Johnson, who's a very bright bloke, an old Etonian, is dissimulating. I don't think he's got the virus. I think he's using it as an excuse to duck the early criticisms. That's what I think. Let the other buggers take the flak. My father fought on the Somme in the First World War. He was known for going over the parapet first. And my little story is, because the Germans were still asleep, well, he wouldn't have sired me in 1955, would he? I'm 63. The length of my hair and the length of my beard is because the English state has slit the throat of my son, Robert Francis. There's the story behind that one. My son, Robert Francis, would have been 27 years old on November the 12th last year. But the English authorities judged me as a man inappropriate to look after his own son. Oh, my dear. His mother was fucked by her father, Mr. Bruin, excuse the French, sexually abused in the home. No one listened to me. No one's listening still. In all the sort of news and everything, obviously we have to look at the practicalities, but virtually I don't hear a single word about God. I'm a Christian. There are 2 commandments. I'll stop smoking this bastard thing. There are 2 commandments, right? Love God. Love your neighbor as yourself. It's as simple as that. Okay? Anyone can understand that. You don't have to be a rocket scientist or a genius. You can be the most humble peasant in the middle of nowhere. Everyone understands love. This is the full kind of King James version quote of it. Thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, and all thy soul, and all thy mind, and all thy strength. This is the first and great commandment. And the second is like unto it. Thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, and thy soul, and mind, and strength. Sorry, lost the plot there. The second one is like unto it. Thou shalt love thy neighbour as thyself. On these two commandments hang all the law and the prophets. Amen. So simple.